all politicians are enemies of mine.
I wanted to get into election stuff, but
The red stream.
red.
Did you see have you seen the do you know who Christian Walker is on Instagram?
Of course.
Okay. Did you see him talking about, I mean, he's got a hell of a point. Young people voted big time.
So good.
68% of them voted left of center. And you have to give it to the Democratic Party for getting hip and cool and getting the message out in those ways. You saw Beto.
I don't think it's that at all. Like, I don't think that.
I do.
Well, maybe, but even
I do.
So, it's a combination of that, and we talk about this all the time. I don't think the hold on, let me pull this up. I don't think the
I think
messaging
the right thinks
that the
young
right
people
had.
are stupid.
Yeah, bro, the right totally missed this time on their whole platform of, oh, they're transing the kids, there's kiddie boxes and bathrooms. For most of the country, they don't give a shit about this, and for younger people, they all know trans people or gay people. Also,
has the Herschel Walker Georgia race been called yet?
No.
Or they're still counting everything?
no, but
How is it 2023 and we can't count? You can get 100 million votes on American Idol and tabulate Kelly Clarkson as your winner, but you can't figure out how many fucking votes you got
especially
in
like
person.
Arizona and Nevada, they like
Arizona,
I think
Nevada,
the
Georgia
heat
have
scrambles their brains.
Maybe Arizona, Nevada, and Georgia have problems. It seems like in
But
every.
speaking of, so like Arizona, Maricopa County, I think the one that always has issues. So another thing with the right,
They're
they
still
totally
counting governor votes.
shot themselves in the foot because they were so hunkered down on the fake elections and election fraud that their voter base lost faith in the system, and so they were doing voter suppression essentially on their own people. Hilarious, but
I don't know, man. All politicians are enemies of mine. I voted,
facts.
but I was not. I don't put my faith in other humans. I just think that's a fool's errand. All
Our boy
human
Fetterman
beings,
won.
they're just your boy,
Our boy.
Sloth. Yeah, Mr. Carhart.
Yeah, here I want you to look at this because you're just from the Northwest. So the whole 5 states had measures to take out I guess slavery from the language of their constitutions, because you're familiar. 13th Amendment of the federal Constitution says that no slavery unless they're prisoners, right? So that language was kind of mirrored in multiple states, and 5 had those on the ballot this time. Well, Oregon's sheriffs in Oregon, here, let me pull it up.
Sheriffs in Oregon say they're not going to enforce that or the ammo laws. Oregon's wild, man. Wild.
Oregon sheriffs do not condone or support slavery and or involuntary servitude in any form. With this being said, Oregon sheriffs cannot support Measure 112 as drafted. It creates unintended consequences for Oregon jails that will result in the elimination of all reformative programs and increased costs to local jail operations. Blah, 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 blah.
Why? Because they want them free license plates and blue jeans,
dude.
or what?
They're literally saying, yeah, this is bad for our business.
I don't think that people. I don't think people understand how big the incarceration business in this country is. I've talked about it before. We incarcerate more people per 100. There are more U.S. citizens in jail in this country than there are in any other countries. A lot of that's drug offenses, which is just ridiculous because prison is crime school. You go to prison, you're in there with other criminals. Do you think that you sit around and talk about Bible studies and Jesus and how to make art? I mean, that probably happens. I know there's guys in there.
Prison's meant to be, for one thing, rehabilitation of criminals to get back into society.
Supposed to be.
Have recidivism, and that's not what it is.
Well, I'm not okay. So that's a really broad stroke. There is a lot of collaborating in prison about things that are not legal. You're in there with dudes and you're figuring out. There's a lot of brainstorming and entrepreneurs. You know who some of the best entrepreneurs in the world are? Fucking drug dealers, man. You know how, you're talking about very, very complex organizations that turn big time profits. And you're not in there talking about, hey man, let's start a flooring company. No, man. They're getting out. They got felonies on their record. They're looking to make money. They're not. This is we got to turn that profit, man. I need my free license plates and blue jeans. Did you see Colorado decrimmed? Oh yes, you like Tim Pool?
Oh, I love him. He's my favorite.
Blood Moon was like 3 days ago.
So
right?
yeah, he's been. I'm trying to find a video clip of it, but he's been postulating that God's a Republican, and this was before the last couple days, but
Right.
that the blood moon, red wave, etc. Just like he postulated in the last primary that Trump was going to have a 50-state sweep. You remember that?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think if you look at some of these horrible message boards on the internet, they will tell you that he won California and a bunch of other states because of voter fraud. Hey, look, I don't blame anybody who who thinks that the system doesn't work. I mean, I don't think the system does work. But I will say this: we put way, way too much emphasis on the big names,
National,
and we
yeah.
put no emphasis. People do not give a flying fuck about local government. And that's where it all starts, man. You get involved at the local level. I'm talking down to your councilmen, your judges, etc. That's where it starts. If you think that it's all going to top down change, you're smoking medical grade meth, man. Like it's just not the way it is. It's like everything else in life. There is no easy button. You have to start small and you got to work incrementally in steps. And the same goes for politics. I mean, I'm independent. I lean toward the libertarian viewpoint more than anything. I think less government is better for everyone. Get the fuck out of our business. Protect us. Make sure we're good to go. Don't need to have the government with an iron in every motherfucking fire, but that's what government is. Government is big business. If you think they're not, doesn't matter if you're on the left or the right and you like one party or another, the red one or the blue one. Government's big business. That's how they make their money. The goal of every big business is to do what? There's only one goal of every big business.
Profit.
Profit and growth. So if you think that just because you vote Republican, the government doesn't want to get involved in more of your shit, again, think
That's
again.
why it's funny you say you don't blame people for saying the system doesn't work. Well, duh, but the system actually works. It's all legal. They don't need to rig the elections illegally because all the resources are there. Money in politics, bribery, gerrymandering. This is all legal corruption.
Yeah, backroom
in any
deals,
other country that would be
kingmakers.
considered corruption. In our country, that is legalized, and it's the system.
Yeah, I mean, not many people know or talk about how much money lobbyists make, but lobbyists pretty much run everything.
And yeah, I mean, promising a politician that they can be on the board of a multi-million, billion-dollar company after they retire, and that being legal, I mean, come on.
All you have to know about government is that it's made up of human beings. That's all you got to know. It's over as soon as you establish that, and you can't get past that. It doesn't matter if they're a he or a she or a they. It doesn't matter. They're a human. Humans have base faults. There's evil in every human, even Mother Teresa. And it doesn't matter if you're wearing a tie and preaching from a pulpit or you're wearing a lab coat and you're writing prescriptions. You are fallible. Absolutely fallible. And you can be compromised. And people are compromised all the time. Hell, look at what FIFA has been through. Don't even talk about politics. Talk about sports. It's so crooked and crazy. One of the most popular shows of all time, Game of Thrones, is about everyone looking to usurp or overtake or side door, back door everyone else, trying to get power. That's what at our base, humans want power. Criticism of Mother Teresa. Didn't really realize this was going to go that route.
You didn't know this?
She did a lot of great work. Yeah, I mean, Mother Teresa, Gandhi, Mandela. There are bad things about all those people. There's bad things about, if you think that a human is perfect, if you put a human on a pedestal if you, I think it's weird that that humans want other people's autographs. I think that's weird as fuck. That's just
Autograph
me.
construction.
Quality is our signature, Sohail. Our team is on your side. It's just a weird deal, man. The stuff that they say about Gandhi, there's so much like Me Too stuff about Gandhi.
I mean, Gandhi,
it's next level.
Gandhi, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna sleep in bed with a 14-year-old girl to prove that I'm pure, and what a freak.
I don't know, man. You know.
And also, he denied his wife medical care, saying that God will take care of it, and she dies. And then when he's sick, he takes all the meds. Like, bro.
It's this thing where...
But also good things.
Once you get a little bit older, you start just seeing everyone as just a human. And you can't discount the good things they do because of the bad things they do. Now, I'm not saying that, like, hey, man, let's cut Hitler a break. He did a lot of great things economically. Like, no.
Soundbite.
Yeah. What I am saying is, I don't give a damn who it is. They have a dark side and they have a light side. They do good things, they do bad things. That goes for everyone, even your mom. This is not earth-shattering news. I just think that a lot of people lose sight.
Not my mom.
I mean,
you haven't met her, but not mine.
Well, maybe not mine either. Love you, Mom. Jess from the Northwest's mom, she's a saint. I'm just saying, all people they all have a dark side and a light side, man. Everyone does. Politicians, doctors, preachers, Mother Teresa, Gandhi, Nelson Mandela. It just is. That's the human condition. As soon as you think that the human condition doesn't exist for one certain human, you've lost me.